Hey everyone, welcome back. And today I just want to do a little bit of chit chat talking about habits. Yeah, it is something that I have discovered that is actually and really functional. If you do it for an extended period of time, it becomes a part of you. So your habit eventually becomes who you are. So remember when I did the 31 days challenge, and at first I didn't have any time, and but I desired to do it because I wanted to improve my art skill, and I wanted to learn to just draw randomly, just draw anything. So it became a part of me, a habit. That means I want to do it almost every day, religiously. I have to pick something up just to do a quick sketch or start writing. So it makes my mind, conditions my mind to have a pen, have something handy, and put in something down on paper or machine, just making something. So it becomes a habit. It's 31 days. It took me a little bit longer because I didn't do them every single day. I'll do it in the morning, or I may skip a morning, but I'll do it in the afternoon, or I'll skip a Saturday and do it Sunday. But it roughly takes me, see, about 5 days extra, 35 days, but it still is a habit because I have it on my mind continually that I need to get it completed. So that's the first point. Forming a habit is addictive. So you start something for a couple days, and then you keep doing it without thinking about it really, and just keep doing it. That becomes a natural habit. So first, what I have done, I just have a cheat sheet here. You need to, if you want to form good habit, take the time to think about the habit, what it is that you want to accomplish, what is it that you want to make a part of you, because your habit forms your character, right? Who you are, what you do, what you are made up of, right? So you want to take the time to think about it, and eventually have your mind do processes of elimination with pros and cons, and see if that is something you really want to adapt or make a part of your lifestyle, because your habit forms your lifestyle. Now that I've done the 31 days challenge of drawing or sketching, it becomes a part of me, and it becomes a part of my lifestyle. So I will always find time or make time to do some form of sketching. So that becomes a habit. It builds my character, whether it's good or bad. It allows me to find time. That means it becomes a priority for me, and it is important. So you want to make sure that what you're trying to develop or make a habit is actually important, and it will enhance your life, because you can form bad habits too. Alright, so be committed and sold out to the idea. So you want it to be a habit. Okay, I want to exercise. Alright, it's just a thought, and that's where it stops. But no, if you want it to become a habit, you have to be sold out, meaning you have to find time, you have to make time, and that's how it's going to become a habit. If you don't find the time or make the time, then it's just going to be a thought, and that's it. So you have to be sold out. If you are not 100% sold out, but it's something that you like the idea of, and you want to try it for a day, then the next day, then the next day. So what you're doing is conditioning your mind to actually be fully sold out. So the more you enjoy it, even if you don't enjoy it, if it's good for you, or if you know it will enhance your life, you will eventually start liking it. You don't have to love what you're doing. As long as it's good for you, you will eventually love it. Your body, your mind, everything will tell you. After you've passed the painful period, and like the first 10 days, even with the 31 days challenge, it was painful for me, right? Because I didn't want to make that extra time. I didn't want to have to get up earlier. Yeah, and then do it. And sometimes whatever I'm drawing takes a little bit longer because I'm a slow drawer. I'm learning as well, so it takes time. But what I find is that when I start early in the morning, all day on my mind is just to complete the project. And yeah, that's what you want to do. If you want to be successful, you have to start early. I mean, some people can't start early, but whichever time you wake up or you get up, that's your early. If you're not a morning person or a day person, whichever person you are, when you get up, that's your early, all right? So be sold out on the idea, and then it will start to form that habit that you want to achieve. And take action one step at a time. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I really want to, but stop saying I really want to. Ifs, buts, and whats, and doesn't cut it, okay? One step at a time. If you're not 100% sure, just start. Just do something. Okay, let's do 5 minutes. You don't have to do a full hour completed period. No, just 5 minutes, just one idea, just one arm, just one petal, something. Just start it, and once you start, you will either want to complete it or not, or you know if it's something that you want to do or not. But if you don't start, you don't know. You can't complete a process unless you start it. It's just a no-brainer, simple, alright? So one step at a time, and focus on your project one at a time. I know there's some people, possibly like me, once you have an idea and then you take the time to think, which is the first point, you take the time to think, you will have so many ideas floating around in your brain, and you want to do this, you want to try that. It's just never ending. You even lose sleep because your mind is racing 100 miles an hour, just thinking and just seeking and searching ways to improve yourself and finding new projects, and it just happens. So, but be focused, try to take one project at a time. With that said, when you do take the one project at a time, or you think about one item or one area that you want to accomplish at a time, what happens is that you stand a better chance of completing it rather than doing it half and starting and stopping. No, it doesn't serve any purpose to have 4 or 5 different projects out there and not accomplishing one. That is futile. That is a waste of time, which is the most precious commodity of all. I will say that again. Time is the most precious commodity, period. You can't buy time. You might have all the money in the world, but time is something you really can't buy for yourself. I like that movie, the one that I think it's called I don't remember who played it, and they have the stopwatch on their arm, and once the time runs out, then they die, or they can either rob people to get their time by holding their hands or just grazing them or something. I like that movie. That is an awesome movie. I will try and find the name of it. And it just reminds me that every day is important, and every hour, every minute, every second of your life, my life, is important. And the habits that you form will eventually make you successful or not, you know. And not even that. How is it that you're using your time? You know, it's a gift given to you, and some people will die, literally die for time. But unfortunately, right, no medical, no nothing, whatever is tried, just sometimes simply can't enhance or prolong person's time. So time is important, all right? So don't waste time. Complete your project one at a time. It might not seem as if it's effective or resourceful, but don't try to be a multitasker when you are not, and you're not committed to fulfilling that desire. Like, fulfill it first. Like, what I'm trying to say is accomplish one at a time. Make sure that you complete the project, the task, even if it means to do it one at a time. Don't try to do something 4 or 5 in bulk and you're not doing it properly. Have it quality being produced rather than just have mediocre. Alrighty, and that's a good use of your time. And pretty much will help yourself and others. Don't allow your mind to wander and your thinking tank to run wild. I mentioned that before. You are in control, so you therefore have the ability to focus your attention. Just going back to the point of making sure that you focus on what it is that you're trying to accomplish, trying to form a habit, make a habit, and get it done. Don't run wild. Don't go 40 million ideas and can't even start one, right? That's not a good sign. You won't form anything that way. You just think about it. And thinking is an excellent exercise, but after thinking about it, you need to put it in action for it to be effective, right? Okay. Find a purpose in anything or focus reason. Okay, so you want to form a new habit that will enhance your learning capability. Right, you can start by reading books or reading some material, something every day, every 20 minutes or 20 minutes only per day, or just something to enhance your learning capability. Start a new project, research new projects. Okay, so you have to find the reason behind it. Why do I want to do this? And how will it benefit me and others? And never ever be selfish with your gifts. I listened to this motivational speaker, and she was saying, if you were the only person, actually it was Rabbi Lapin, Daniel Lapin. He was saying, if in his book, he was talking about if you were the only person. You know how people want to be isolated and do it by themselves. They don't want to work. They don't want to do this, that. They just wish they were by themselves and life would be better and they would have everything they need. But if you're the only person, you probably will be miserable. You will be miserable, not probably. Because all the luxury that you need, who's going to create it, make it for you? Like, you want to relax and sleep in your bed. Fine, go ahead, sleep in the bed. But after you're up, who's going to make the breakfast? There's no restaurant. People like to eat out. You have to make your own breakfast. You have to wash up the dishes or they will stink and rot. Who's going to run you a bath? You have to do it yourself. Or who's going to connect the water to the pipes for you? You got to do it yourself because everything will be out of commission. So what he's trying to say is that if you think that being a solitary person is the best way to go, you are absolutely wrong. We need each other. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be selfish with your gifts, and your giftings do help each other because you have something that I need and I got something that you need, right? Even if it's just my chirpy smile. There you go. See, it's very, very contagious. That's what I mean. So we are not islands. There's this in that no man's an island. Absolutely, that is so true. We depend on each other. So find a motivating reason to why you want to form that habit. And once you find that reason, then go ahead and introduce it to others. Be effective, affect somebody, make it, spread it. Alrighty, and then the other one, don't just do it for money. Most of the time, people do stuff because they think money is the main motivator. It can be, but it shouldn't be, and it never lasts if it is. Even people who are successful, there's always some underlying reason as to why they started a business, they started doing certain things. And it's not just for money. Yeah. Money will attract passion and purpose. There's no doubt about that. If you're passionate about something and you have a purpose behind it, then people will jump on board. They will want to follow you because you have something that will be effective and will be able to enhance somebody else's life and improve their life just as it's improving yours. So that's why you see all these motivational speakers and even YouTubers. They have something that people want. People laugh at their content. People are educated at by their content. People learn something new to form a new habit or a new skill, which is what I'm talking about. So that in its sense is actually the underlying reason why you do things, and not just for money, and money follows that. All right, you have something that is catching to the eye. People see your passion and your talent, and it is followed. So you don't just do it because, oh, I'm gonna get because you don't know who's gonna buy or who wanna buy. You have to actually sell it. So if you are trying too hard to sell your content, you probably need another strategy, and not make money the focus, but something else, the reason why the person wants it. Okay? All right. And my last tip for now, just saying for now, is is help someone along the journey. Just that I've said in all the other tips. The greatest gift is to help somebody else. You teach a man to fish, and he will live forever. Like, he will be able to do it for himself, but if you just feed him, give it to him, he may not, do well. He'll always be a beggar. But the point is, if you teach the person, if you help somebody along the way, share something and inspire, be a motivator, a mentor, to someone else, and definitely, you will help that person to succeed, and then that person more naturally will want to pass it on to somebody else. I remember when I was younger, I remember this elderly woman. I thought she had everything back then, because you're a kid and they just look like they have everything. But what she did was she took some time to spend some time with me, and she talked to me, even though I was a little kid, and she would give me things. Yeah, who likes free stuff? Yeah, she gave me, but it wasn't just about giving me free stuff, but it was pouring into my life. So now, when I think about what she was doing, I'm older, a little bit more mature, I realize what it is that she was actually doing. She didn't have any grandchildren close by her, so she basically adapted me and kind of poured into my life so I can do the same for others. So giving is not hard. That's the point I learned from her. God bless you, Miss Cameron. She died now. But giving becomes easy when you don't hoard it for yourself, or when you make it a habit to let it go, to release it. So you're able to do something for someone else, as small as it might be. It doesn't have to be a hard chore, like you have to make a sacrifice of your time to help someone. No. As small as it is, as long as you do it in love and do it with a willing heart, people can sense that you are actually genuine, then for sure you are helping someone. So you don't have to have $1 million to give somebody to help them. Sometimes money is not really what people always need. They just need that extra support, that extra kick in the butt, take it off your couch and go do something, just something that will motivate the person, build up their confidence, get their ticker going, have them thinking, have them be resourceful, and just have that inner strength, right? So that works also. So as I mentioned, take the time to think, be committed, and be sold out to your idea. Take action one step at a time, and focus on that project that you really want to accomplish, to form that great habit that will enhance your life and somebody else's life. And don't wander off. Be focused. Be focused. There you go. And find the purpose in anything and everything that you do. And don't just do it for money. Don't make money your main motivator, and help someone along the way. Alright, so remember, you have one life, right? So make it count. And remember, time is the single most precious commodity of all time. Ciao. Thank you for watching.